Welcome back to another Automotivania review video. And today's review part is this, the Ford S-Max. Just before we get started, I'll mention that the one in testing today is the Titanium X Sport model, which is the top of the spec level. The bottom of the range is the Z-Tech, and it goes all the way up to this one. Is it any good? Is it the best MPV out there? Is it the worst MPV out there? What to find out? Right, let's move on. Is the Mark 1 facelift. It started in 2010 and went all the way to 2015. It is the third biggest S-Max in the the third biggest MPV in the Ford range, and they tried to make it the sportiest as well. It's a 7-seater MPV, and that's going to be quite hard to make it sporty. So, have they done well? Have they not done well? The range kicks off, like I said, with the Z-Tech, goes up to the Titanium X Sport, and this is the Titanium X Sport, and prices used, you can only get them used, start at about 3,500, but that's for a bottom of the range, high mileage, older one. If you want a top of the range like this, that's fairly new, about 2013, with low-ish miles, then you want to spend between 10 and 15,000 pounds. Yeah, is it good? Let's find out. Let's have a look at the interior. Interior of the S-Max like. I'll start off by saying I don't like this fake carbon fibre effect going on here. The glove box is electric feel again. Plenty of room in there. You can fit a pen, some logbooks, bag with paper in it, and some more paper. You can fit quite a lot in there. Very big. I like the layout of the central infotainment screen. You can upgrade it to a bigger one, but it does DAB and Bluetooth. But here is where most of the infotainment is, like your trip computer, all of that stuff. The steering wheel, lots of stuff. The seats are nice and comfy, and the gear knob, it's all nicely laid out. And I like the interior. It's comfortable. It's nice quality. It's the cubby holders as well. They're huge. You can fit loads in there. Cloths, squeegees, bit of room in there for your iPod and a lighter. And yeah, nice. So what is the Ford S-Max like to drive? So just before we get started, I just thought I'd tell you that we are in the most powerful version. We're in the Titanium X 240 brake horsepower, and like always, I can't actually drive because I am not old enough. So let's hand it over to the person who can drive, and this time it isn't my mum, it is my dad. So Dad, let's talk about the speed. Are you happy with the speed of this car? It gets to 60 in 7.9 seconds, which for a MPV I think is good. Are you happy?
I'm happy with that. I think it's a little bit quicker than that though.
Okay.
Feels quicker anyway.
Maybe at one point we may get a chance to launch it, but probably not today. So yeah, speed is very good for an MPV. That is incredible. what about economy? This is, like I said, a 2-litre petrol with 240 brake horsepower. It's not going to be the best car for petrol. What's your take on the fuel consumption?
Awful for a petrol, but you knew that when you were buying it, so what else can you do?
It's a powerful car, and it weighs, how much does it weigh approximately?
It's 1.6 tons.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't weigh that much.
Might have to Google that.
Yeah, don't trust that word. We're gonna, at the end of the video, make sure you stay tuned for the end of the video, because we will make sure that that is correct, because I don't think it is. So yeah, it weighs a bit. So we're currently going speed limit on this 70-mile-an-hour road. And what's it like on this dual carriageway? Refinement good?
Lovely and smooth, just unfortunately this road isn't smooth.
No, the road is not
smooth. Noise change in a second.
Bumpy as well. Just in case you're wondering what road this is the A41 going up to the M40 roundabout junction 9. Not the bestest of roads. Bestest? Not the best of roads.
You'll hear the noise change right now.
That's better. So the car, nice and smooth, nice and quiet in the inside. Yeah, that's what we'll say for the long distance part. Again, this car is mainly for taking your family on a nice faraway holiday. It is a 7-seater with child seats and everything.
Or chucking a big dog in.
Or chucking a big dog in.
Or kids and a dog.
Or kids and a dog. It's big enough to do that, and it's enough to get you everywhere.
Super space.
The only thing that isn't good is you'll probably have to be refilling every 5 seconds, but that's the price you pay.
For 80 quid's worth of fuel, you get 420 miles out of it, roughly.
Okay, nice to know.
It's nice and smooth.
What, Dad, would you rate this car's driving out of 10? To drive?
To drive, it is lovely, and I would put it up there at about an 8. Not driven many cars, and I do enjoy getting in this one because it's a very comfy place to be.
Economy out of 10, bearing in mind what this sort of car
4.
is. The economy?
4 out of 10.
4, okay. That's not great, is it? But like I've said, it is powerful and it weighs a lot. Are you happy with the speed? What would you rate that out of 10?
It gets to the 70-mile-an-hour speed limit in a couple of seconds, which is all you need. You're not hanging around waiting for anyone.
Yeah.
No one's hanging around waiting for you.
Just in case you do some autobahning every now and then, this car's top speed is 146 miles per hour. That's the engine. If you're going downhill, the tyres will allow 150, as this father always says that. I've been told this a few times. So yeah, I'm happy with the driving. He's happy with the driving. Let's move on. Okay, so let's now have a look at the practicality. Ooh, I think there's someone in here. Oh, it is. It's not my dad, and it's not my mum this time either. It is my stepmom. So, headroom, is it okay?
Yep.
Legroom, is it okay?
Yes.
She's not going to say very much car stuff because this is the lady who couldn't care less about cars. If you've watched the top 5 cars for people who don't care about cars, you'll know a bit more about that. If you haven't watched that, make sure you do. So, plenty of room. What else do you like about the back?
It's really comfortable. There's 3 individual seats and they've all got Isofix.
Yeah, that's what she cares about, the Isofix and the baby seat putting in. Yay. I don't really care about that. Let's have a look at the boot. Bye.
Bye.
Huge boot. If you got 7 seats put up though, we don't at the minute, then it's not so huge because that makes it much more smaller. You can probably fit about 8 buggies in here. Do you think that's about right? 8?
Buggies, yeah, maybe.
Okay. You might have noticed that it's very muddy, and that's because it's very good for sitting in and changing little people's wellies. Yeah, it's a very practical car, this. Let's move on. Okay, this is the part of the video where we count cubby holders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to count the sunglasses, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right into the back, 12, I can't fit in the seat, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and if you want to count things that get lost in the middle of the seat here, don't have to count them. Everything gets lost down there. I've dropped loads of stuff down there. So yeah, I can't remember what I counted to. You do. I'm going to say 18. It might have been 18, 17, 16, 15. I don't know. It's good. There's probably some more in the boot, but... Oh yeah, there is. Another one. I don't know how many I'm at now. You've probably been counting. I hope you have. Let's move on. That is the end of the video. So what is the verdict on this car? Well, it's sporty, it's luxurious, it's extremely practical, the interior is good, plenty of tech, and that's it. Apart from economy, that's the only thing that I'll definitely say is bad. And the turning circle. The turning circle is awful. I don't think I've actually spoken about that. The turning circle is awful. Like awful, especially on these 18s or 19s. So yeah, I still think it is the best MPV out there though. And a lot of people think that as well. It has won numerous awards for being the best MPV. And it just does... How am I going to make an MPV do 0 to 60 in like 7 and a bit seconds, yet be this practical, have 7 seats, a big boot, it's